So some of the top things I like to talk about with my golfers where nutrition can play a role. So one is, how are you feeling when you're not on the golf course? So lots of us are in off season right now, working on our fitness levels. How are you paying attention to your nutrition? So a healthy golfer, we know, is a better golfer, or a healthy athlete is a better athlete. So how are you fueling your body to be the healthiest you can be, have a healthier immune system, less illness? Nutrition can play a role in recovery, as well as body composition, to be the best fit that you can be in your off season. Especially for lots of our junior golfers out there as well, who are growing. So we want to make sure that they're meeting their nutrition needs, so that they can perform their best as well. The next thing I would say is really important for golf nutrition is, how are you feeling before your round? So you would never, travel 5 hours in a car without fueling your tank with gas. And ultimately, we're out on a golf course for 5 hours, and we need to rely on our stores of energy to fuel us for the entire round. So how are you feeling your body before? So 3 to 4 hours before, you want to have a meal that has lots of carbohydrates, protein, and fuels your glycogen stores in your muscles, fuels your brain to get you ready for your performance. Up to 1 to 2 hours before, it's a really important time to have some kind of a snack. High in carbohydrate, a little bit of protein to help you feel full, calm those pre-round jitters, fuel your brain, get your body ready and prepared to play your best. And then the next thing would be, how are you maintaining your fuel throughout your golf game? So it's really important that golfers pack adequate snacks and are snacking on high carbohydrate foods at least every 4 to 5 holes, or about every hour. This maintains your blood sugar levels, keep your brain and concentration levels high throughout your whole round of golf, and also fuels your body to maintain you for the round. And then the last thing that we want to pay attention to would be, how are you refueling your body after your round? And this is especially important for those golfers who are in a multi-day event. So within 60 to 90 minutes, we want to make sure that we're refueling our body with more carbohydrates and energy, rehydrating as well, with the fluids that we might have lost throughout our round, as well as just giving our body enough nutrition to repair. So 60 to 90 minutes a snack, and then we want to go and have some kind of a meal and fluids to repair and refuel for the next day. Some 3 common mistakes that I see golfers do all the time when it comes to nutrition. So one would be, they skip breakfast. So we invest so much time in working on our golf swing and preparing to play our best, and then golfers show up with no fuel in their body. So definitely eating breakfast, getting your day started properly, especially if you have a morning round, fueling before your round. Another common mistake I see all the time is golfers not showing up with a water bottle. Hydration is one of the most vital parts of sport nutrition, but essentially golf nutrition is super important. It's well known in the literature that golfers who are 1 to 2% dehydrated can have a huge impact on your performance. So golf is a game that can last 4 to 5 hours, often in the hot sun. We need to make sure that we come to the round hydrated to start with, but also pack enough fluids to maintain hydration throughout your entire round. So you can't do that if you don't bring appropriate fluids with you. You can't rely on a golf course to provide you with enough fluid. Some might have carts that bring out fluids, some might have fluid on the golf course, but not all. And so simply waiting to the turn to go buy a water bottle is not enough fluid to maintain your hydration throughout your whole round of golf. And then the last mistake that I would often see is not bringing the appropriate snacks. So sometimes if I see golfers pack snacks at all, they often aren't appropriate. The appropriate amount of carbohydrate, often high in sugar and fat, which can ultimately detour your golf performance. So choosing the right snacks, packing enough snacks to adequately get you through a whole round of golf, and trying not to rely on the golf snack shack, which sometimes might have some options that work for you, but often are often higher in the fat and sugar and things that aren't vital to your golf game. An interesting question, actually. So Hydration is very individual. So one would be showing up hydrated in the first place, and there's been studies done which show that a lot of golfers show up to the first tee box already dehydrated. So you're already playing catch up trying to hydrate your body during a round of golf. So trying to ensure that you're drinking enough fluid so that you're showing up to your first tee box hydrated, and then how much fluid is completely dependent on an individual. And this is why it's important to see a dietitian individually, is to have an individual assessment done to check how much hydration that you need. It depends on your weight, your height, your sweat levels, the temperature. There's lots of different things that can impact how much fluid you require. And then, so that, like I say, it just really depends. And then refueling after with enough fluid to replace what you lost. So heavy sweaters are going to sweat more, are going to need more fluid to recover. If you're on a hotter day, I've played golf in 37 degrees where I've gone through tons of water, and I was still dehydrated after. So it really completely depends on all those types of factors. Yeah, so a one-on-one consultation, what we would do is, first of all, look at your overall nutrition. What are you doing outside the golf course to better your nutrition, your health, that will ultimately impact your ability as an athlete. The second thing we would do is look at kind of those three main factors. How are you fueling before your round? How are you fueling during your round? And how are you refueling after, as well as we would look at your hydration. So calculate how much fluid you do need, have you do some weighing to see how much fluid you've lost during your round so that we can adequately replace that, and then kind of make a plan from there. So especially with a lot of our young juniors who might not necessarily have the best eating habits, look at how can we set some goals to work on improving some of those, look at different things about when you're traveling, for example, what kinds of snacks are you buying, packing, and how can we adequately just bump up your nutrition to improve your score and get a competitive advantage and the best bang for your buck on the course. Yeah, I mean, overall nutrition is important at any age, especially for kids. They're growing. As young athletes, we want to pay attention to making sure that young athletes are meeting their growth needs as well as all of the fitness needs that are going on. Once juniors start to get a little bit older, definitely in those teen years, a lot more important. That's where we see a lot of also nutrition habits with teenagers, for example, like high amounts of sugar sweetened drinks and skipping breakfast and high fast food and things like that. So trying to curb some of those habits for general overall health, but also just trying to get them on the right path to perform your best. And ultimately, the earlier we start, the better effects we're going to have as the young athlete grows into an adult. Well, I would say anybody that is looking to improve their score can definitely benefit from seeing a dietitian. Like I said, there's lots of money spent every year on trying to improve your game, but nutrition is often overlooked. So anybody looking to improve their score, definitely competitive golfers who are wanting to get a competitive advantage, nutrition can play a huge role. So definitely an advantage in seeing a dietitian, as well as junior golfers who are developing good eating habits, have special growth and nutrition needs, who also are trying to perform their best. Many people don't know that through many extended health benefits, registered dietitians are covered as an allied health professional. So definitely, I would encourage you to check your health benefits, because that might be a really good covered way to also add to your golf game and make sure that you're performing your best. Yeah, so I made sure that I had lots of fluid. I was quite nervous, so what I found was that to fuel with some kind of a liquid nutrition helped me because I wasn't very hungry. So packing some things like that, having Gatorade on hand as a quick carb I could use as well when I was too nervous to eat. Trail mix is always a thing that's in my bag, as well as bananas because they're quick and easy. And I don't really remember anymore, but probably peanut butter and jam sandwiches, because I just find that they, they don't have to be kept cold. They're easy, they're transferable, they can really be eaten quite quickly. So those are some key things that I always try to have in my bag.
Excellent. And golfers wanting to follow you, you've got an Instagram handle. Maybe tell us about your handle and how people can learn more.
Yeah, so if you want to learn more about golf nutrition, you can follow me at The Golf Dietitian. So we're going to be doing a lot more posts about golf nutrition, a weekly tip that you can use, and some different recipes and things to try as well.